what it means is that all those shows, all the theatres that were planning to open at full capacity from June the 21st, of course, are delayed again by at least that 4 weeks. And just to be clear, you know, that puts at peril shows that were due to open afresh. Some of the shows that are open at the moment, which we're planning to move to full capacity, and actually shows that don't open until later in the summer, because of course they have to go into rehearsal and they have to make production decisions as to whether to go ahead. And so the huge uncertainty around July the 19th and whether that is a fixed date or not, that's the real problem now for our sector, trying to get its head around what does that actually mean? Where are the risks? And how do producers just make decisions now?
We've spent so much time and money on developing, you know, process technology, you know, the correct way to ensure that we are keeping both our audiences and our artists safe. And we as a sector never really have had the opportunity to demonstrate that. You know, I mean, you're talking about a group of people coming in a controlled way into a large, spacious and well air-conditioned environment, where you know, have people wearing masks and facing in one direction, quietly watching performance. You know, we don't feel that our sector and our theatres are any more dangerous than a lot of other parts of the economy that have managed to open up. And, you know, whilst we don't be them and us, we support all the parts of the economy opening up. It does feel that we've been somewhat demonized in the latter parts of the recovery.
In some regards, you know, the business side of it is very delicate. You know, everything is in the balance there, and I would say that that's true across the board. It's not just ourselves; that's the entire West End. I think then, you know, from a moral perspective, this whole thing has been about protecting our audiences. Like we reopened the Immersive Great Gatsby at the end of last year and spent a huge amount of time and focus trying to develop the safeguarding of our performers, you know, on stage, backstage, and our audiences.
I think we need a government insurance policy that's going to be able to support our sector to avoid any further damage, because the confidence from our sector and the people that back it is very low, having had this happen a second time. I think also we need some serious support for the artists who continue to be, unfortunately, at the bottom of the pile when it comes to support mechanisms through the government schemes. So many of them have lost out on any income and support, and these are the people and the practitioners that make our industry world class. And so protecting them and ensuring that their livelihoods are protected in our sector is vital, and I think that needs to be a priority for the government.
Really, all eyes need to be on focusing on making sure that there's a sector there at the end of this, because there's plenty of people leaving in droves, and that's scary.
Why are the theatres still being told to perform to 50% when we've done so much work, probably more than any sector, on one-way systems, contactless ticketing, mask wearing, rearranging our auditoriums, track and trace in the buildings, but also click and collect for drinks and merchandise. You know, these are very, very well managed buildings, and the really useful group and LW Theatre, as they're now called, and NIMAX, run by Nika Burns, have really worked doggedly over the last year to try and prove that their venues are safe. And the other thing is that just a few days ago, a report came out from UCL, and it was a scientific study on aerosol testing, specifically in theatre auditoriums, that proved that with mask wearing, it is 99% safe. And, you know, why are they not looking at these studies?
Been a great year.